Samantha. I wanted to ask your help to answer a few questions that we've been getting recently from companies. How should a company get their international customers and prospects to engage with them online?
Great question. So the best way to get international customers to engage with you online is to have great localized content that is valuable, relevant, and consistent so you can attract and retain a clearly defined audience, aka your buyer persona. If your target buyer persona finds your content interesting, they will engage with you.
Well, that makes sense. Great content means great engagement. Good. But what does this online content actually entail?
At this point, it's pretty much anything and in all forms like blogs, videos, white papers, social media posts, surveys, webinars. When creating this content, you really just need to think about how your target buyer persona likes to consume this information. Do they like short videos or long white papers? Do they want information on the industry as a whole or specific case studies? Spend the time to really understand your audience before putting resources behind creating content.
Okay. So in other words, know your buyer persona, right? But what about if you're an exporter to multiple markets? Do you have to create new content for each and every market?
So yes and no. As long as your buyer persona doesn't change drastically, you can repurpose and localize your US content to the international market that you're targeting. By having content in their local language with research done on keywords for SEO purposes and with the images that resonate with them, your global target buyer persona will be much more likely to find you, understand you, and in the end, do business with you.
Awesome. So you can often repurpose content. Sounds good. But does this apply to B2B companies? Should they even bother with content marketing?
Yes, of course, and please do. After all, you are selling to a person in the business, so you have to engage with them as a person. Research shows that 94% of B2B purchases are researched before contacting a sales rep or a distributor. And over 70% of searches start with a generic search like CRM software or synthetic car oil rather than searching for a specific brand. This is why it's so important in the US and internationally to have really great online presence and content that goes along with it. Not only that, but as a company, you need to show your head above the crowd and claim your brand's authority for your product and your industry.
Yep. And that last point about brand awareness and authority is really important. So how should a company do all this content marketing?
So we actually have a webinar focusing on creating great content for localized websites that will be available to everyone for free starting on August 5th. We'll be focusing on strategies and tips about how to create great content for global markets. And during the webinar, we'll cover content creation strategies, platform choices, and repurposing. So make sure to register.
Thank you, Samantha.
Yeah, thank you, Susanna. See you on the webinar.
See you there. Thanks. Bye.